They say this is progress. We might have hoped for more. Our horses have morphed into Cybertrucks, and our swords have been forged into guns, but we're still going to war. We still need to see blood before we can see humanity, and sometimes not even then. We're still as tribal as any rivals from antiquity. We're still afraid to get to know strangers. We've just changed the decorations on the walls of our echo chambers. We paint our progenitors primitive, as if we don't have our own Babylons and Sodoms, as if Gomorrah was any more abhorrent than Pornhub. We look around at a presence so profound, yet profane. We should probably be in awe of how able technology has made us, and yet we're no less resentful than Cain. We don't need a Tower of Babel to be baffled by our brothers. We speak the same language and still talk past each other. Our algos reveal the rhythms of our leisure, as if the modern male gaze could ever look away from Bathsheba, as if Jezebel wouldn't make a killing on OnlyFans. $1 million cameras and multitudes of crews, and what kind of entertainment do we choose to produce and consume? I guess the lowest common denominator is a constant. We still covet and bargain and trade. Instead of bazaars, we just do it through Amazon carts and eBay. We pray that AI can solve all of our problems. We fall in love with chatbots and spend our lives masquerading as characters that someone else made. So cutting edge with our metaverses and megapixels, as if Greeks and Romans didn't have their own memes, and Egyptians didn't have hieroglyphics to emote laughter or screams or displeasure. As if gossip, rumors, tar and feathers are beyond us. As if we aren't still falling for propaganda and worshiping false idols and bearing false witness. As if we're still not willfully ignorant of anything that might disrupt our indifference. We can tap to order food to our doors and cars to move us to what's left of our stores. We can tap Roombas to do the rest of our chores. We can soar through virtual galaxies and zoom into each other's living rooms. We can forge our own truths and summon our own suns to rise in our very own realities. And what has all of this progress brought us? Anxiety, isolation, declining intelligence, hopelessness, dependence, fear, loathing, and lonesomeness. Hey, progress, where is your providence? And what of your promises? You bedazzled us with biotech, and we're still failing in the heart. You gave us science and enlightenment, and we're still flailing in the dark. You dressed us in new costumes, you swapped out some props and arrayed the stage with fancier lighting, but it's all the same play. A tragic, twisted, wistful comedy where every day we wait to see our shadows fall in the same way. Our condition hasn't changed just because our public square now has Wi-Fi. The gladiators got helmets, the pontificators got podcasts, and the influencers passed down their robes. Our news might spill out of tiny glowing screens instead of a letterpress, but it reads the same. Conflict and violence, afflictions and alliances, revolutions and romances, tattered tabernacles of flesh, fighting and loving and scheming and dreaming, craving for connection and meandering for meaning. We bleed the same. We are still human, still broken, still lost, and still sojourning through the desert, desperate to enter the promised land. All the while pretending that our inventions don't make our penchants more of a vice. Through all time and tempest, it becomes more and more evident there's only one way we can progress, and that's toward Christ.